again, I'm Dan Sidenberg. I'm with Guaranteed Rate. We are a national mortgage lender. I do residential mortgage lending. We can do it in all 50 states. Quick little jot about myself. I grew up in a suburb of Cleveland, Ohio, known as Beechwood, Ohio. I'm a graduate of the Ohio State University.
Go Bucks!
Go Bucks! Moved to Boca in 1996. Took my first job in the industry in 1998. And then joined Guaranteed Rate in June of 2009. During that time, I was an originator. Then I stepped back year and this year. I haven't updated. Member of the President's Club for the company where you hit a certain level of production. That number is probably about accurate. I've closed over 400 million in my career. I hold individual licenses in New York, Florida, and Texas, but I can do loans in all 50 states through an internal referral program we have. Used to coach high school football down here for about a decade. Coached at Boca High and West Boca as an offense coordinator, O-line and QB coach, and walked away with about 6 guys who at least had a few minutes in the NFL, a cup of coffee in the NFL. Okay, so a little bit about Guaranteed Rate. By the way, just to go back, that's me in Costa Rica, and those are my 2 buddies, Chewy and Harley. So, a little bit about Guaranteed Rate. Guaranteed Rate's one of the top 10 lenders in the United States. We have a 95% customer satisfaction score. You guys can probably read that. 94% of our clients are likely to recommend us. And we have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. When I got to this company in 2009, we had done about $3 billion in mortgages as a company. And last year we did $22 billion. So we have grown exponentially. A little bit of financing, tell you about why, not all lenders are built the same, guys. Why you want to use a guy like me over walking into one of your big banks, or even any other lender that may be out there that doesn't have the platform that we offer. So what we offer, when you walk into a big bank, you get one product, one set of guidelines, one set of eyes looking at it. Either you fit the box or you don't. With us, we have over 15 plus correspondent lenders that we look at, that we can sell our loans to. We go right to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, which allows us to skip a lot of extra conditions. We have programs with 97% financing, which we'll talk about in a second. Kristen mentioned our company-specific program called Double Match, which allows first-time homebuyers to do 1% down payment. We also excel in government lending. We have a full, what we call an FHA 203K department, so if you want to buy a property that needs $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 worth of work to fix it up to your liking, we can do that, where you can finance it in. In my opinion, we're the premier government lending institution in the country. I've never lost out to rate on government lending. We offer VA loans, FHA loans, USDA loans in certain areas. We don't require trade lines on certain things. We also have VA Jumbo, which means that we can lend up to $1 million on a VA, which is a veteran. We also specialize in jumbo mortgages. What jumbo means is any loan amount over $424,000. So in this case, we have 14 correspondent lenders or so that we can shop your rate through, your program through, make sure you qualify. We have 20 plus wholesale portfolio investors. So if you don't fit this guideline, so to speak, we have lenders who make their own rules that we may be able to place you with. We do what's called non-warrantable condos. You can always see me about that, I can explain. And these are some of the options we go up to, with as little on jumbo mortgages, with as little as 15% down. We offer 4 national programs. We have interest-only products, and we can add what's called a non-occupying co-borrower to a mortgage. I'm doing one right now. You don't qualify on your own with your income, but you have a family member who says, you know what, I'm happy to co-sign for you. We can add them to the file and help make the deal work. This is our double match program. This is relatively new. We are one of 2 lenders, to my knowledge, in the entire country that offer this program. It's a partnership with Freddie Mac. What it means is if one of the buyers is a first-time home buyer, you literally have to have 1% of the purchase price for your down payment, and you can literally get into the property with that. Guaranteed Rate will give you a 2% grant that is forgivable to help you achieve the 3% down payment. There's just a few minimum guidelines. Have to have at least a 680 credit score, 45% what we call debt to income ratio, and it requires a home buying class 1 time. It is, as Kristen mentioned, a unique and phenomenal program for first-time home buyers. You can, as she said, if you're a first-time home buyer, if you're out there renting, it's going to cost you first-class security. You want to buy a place that's costing you $2,000 a month in rent, it's going to cost you $6,000 out of pocket up front. You go buy yourself a $200,000 home, you may be able to get to that property with $2,000 out of pocket. And then you have the tax deduction to go with that. So, you got it? VA, I love VA loans. It's the best loan out there. I wanted to talk about this a little bit. VA for our veterans, obviously, put their life on the line for us. I have a special place in my heart. My father passed, yes, it was actually 1 year of the passing, buried at Arlington National Cemetery as a career military guy. So I think the VA loan is well deserved. It allows veterans to get into a property with zero money down. Zero money down. I've had it to the point where we structured it where they literally put $500 down in an escrow deposit, and that's all they've had to come out of pocket with. And that's on a $400,000 loan, guys. So, well deserved. Happy to talk to you more about this as, on the side if you have more questions. A little bit I never really talk about, and I want to talk about it today, is a really big factor in mortgage lending is your credit score. People often ask me, I've become what I like to consider an expert in credit just by default of doing this so long. This right here are 5 factors that the credit bureau uses to determine your score. One thing I will tell you, a common misconception is if we run our own consumer report, Credit Karma, whoever we run it through, their scoring model is typically different than what you're going to get when you go to a mortgage lender. It doesn't, the true FICO goes from 450 to 850. If you go, I've had people say I got 900, well, you got the wrong score. So it's not going to work for you. 35% of it is your payment history. 30% of it is what you owe. That means whatever your outstanding debt is, your outstanding limits are, if you have a $10,000 credit card, the goal is to keep it at 30% or below on the balance to maintain the optimal credit score. Length of credit history is important as well, and then new credit accounts go open, as well as a mix of the types of credit accounts. When you look at a credit report, the mortgage holds more weight than anything. It will always be at the top, followed by installment loans, typically student loans and car payments, followed by by revolving credit. There's some ways to improve it as well. Kind of read on there, and I'm happy to discuss that with you as well. If there are ways I can, and one of the ways, again, coming to me, as opposed to going to a bank, if you come to me and your scores are below where we need them, I can look at your report and figure out if there's a way to actually organically improve your credit scores. And what I mean by that is maybe we pay something off, maybe we raise a limit on something, whatever the case may be, maybe there's something on there that shouldn't be. We have a system where I can actually, in a matter of a couple of days with the right documentation, provide it to our credit reporting agency. They report it to the 3 major bureaus, and within a couple of days they'll do what they call a rapid rescore to get your improved scores to help you qualify. Never going to happen at a bank. And then the other thing I want to talk a little bit about differently this week is we offer the world's first digital mortgage. What that means, that's our guy Ty Pennington. You can probably see him all over TV now. It gets a little annoying with all the commercials. Our world's first digital mortgage, this is didn't really come out, it's my webpage. You can go right to my webpage, you can go to an app, you can go to Signature, you click apply now, and it's going to allow you or your clients to literally log in and do our online app. I know some people in here have used it, gotten great feedback. It takes about 5 minutes. You can complete an application. It will give you loan products. It does what they call an intuitive loan finder, so you can find the loan that you feel fits you. It will pull your credit report right there for you, and it will give you, assuming all the numbers are proper, and you hit. If you are pre-approved, it will tell you you are pre-approved. It has been run through Freddie Mac's automated underwriting system. So again, you still need me to validate everything, but if you're in a hurry or you're on the fly and you want to get pre-approved, this is a great way to start. It also gives you a checklist of what you're going to need to upload to me, and you'll be able to upload it securely and safely without any worry right through this version, and we call it Transfer Safe. It's basically Dropbox, but that way both sides can see exactly what's in there. You can quickly and easily sign everything electronically as well. To our realtors, we offer something called Gateless, which is a website where they can log in and they can have access to our entire marketing department, pull flyers, check loans and real status, coaching from the top realtors in the country, all free to our realtor partners and referral partners. And like I said, 24/7 loan status on files and process. For me, great referrals. Friends, family, neighbors, realtors, obviously. CPAs, financial advisors, builders, unhappy bank clients are my favorite. First-time home buyers, I'm going to be working with Kristen and her team on that seminar. And as she said, renters. Lastly, that's me. Remember, guaranteed rate. Think you can get a lower rate?
Must be high.
Thanks, guys.